Hey everyone, welcome to this video. And my name is Wada Mike. This is a Vertical Garden, and in this video we are going to look at how you can be able to answer this question that came in Science Paper 1, which is Physics and GCE in 2021. So if you're new to this channel, please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel for more information so that you never miss any single update that we actually post on our channel. So let's now dive into the question. Okay. So now the question says, a crest of a water waves travels 0.4 meters in 5 seconds. If the distance between the two successive crests is 0.005, what is the frequency of the wave? Is it A, 0.2, B, 1.6, or C, 8.0 Hz, or D, 16.0 Hz? So when it comes to answering questions on wave, we have to be very careful because the questions are kind of very logical, so that if you don't actually pay attention to the statement of the question, then it's going to be very difficult for us to grasp what is going on and what is happening. Okay. So the most important thing to understand is we have to look at the distance. Okay. So distance, that is the wavelength. Okay. And then also we have to look at the time. Now, when you draw the wave, you kind of just sample the wave like this one. Okay. So what normally happens is that the distance between these two semicircles, so from this point all the way to that point, okay, this is what we call the wavelength. Okay. This is what we call the wavelength. And we also know that the frequency of wave is given by that time. Okay. Now, all we have to understand is combine the concept of the wavelength as well as also the frequency of the wave. Okay. Now, we have been told that a crest, okay, so on top it is a crest of a water wave. So this single crest, okay, waves travel 0.4, okay, 0.4. So this one thing, so from here, this part to 0.4, that. So for a full wavelength, okay, then it's gonna actually be multiply this by 2. So we have to 0.4 multiplied by 2, we get 0.8. Okay. You get 0.8 for the full wavelength. Okay. And then from there now, what are we looking for? Okay. So we have been told that this travels in 5 seconds. Okay. So which means is that the time period, okay, the time period, okay. So the time period is going to be 5 times 2 or so, which is going to be 10 seconds. Okay. Now, we know that there's an idea that between two successive crests is 0.5. Okay, so okay, so now we also have this information that if the distance between two successive, so 2, so from this point to that point, okay, it is 0.005. Okay, so but we don't know how long it takes for the wave to cover this distance. Okay, so we can hold on to this one. So what is going to happen is that if this okay, 0.4, these waves, okay, so okay, so if this 0.5, we don't know the time, okay, we don't know the time, so this is going to be equal to x, that is the time. Okay, and now we know that what is happening is that the single one is 0.4, so the double one is 0.8. Okay, and we know that in this single one moves 5 seconds, so in double moves 10 seconds. Okay, so this is going to be 10 seconds. So what you do now, you cross multiply 0.08, okay, 0.08 x, okay, 0.08x equals to, obviously this is going to be 0.05, okay. And now once you divide both sides, so this goes, so this is going to be so now you're going to get 0.625 seconds. Now what you have gotten is now the time, okay, the time the wave takes to move, okay, to move the whole of this 0.05 meters, okay. So once you find the time now, okay, now we can obviously plug it there. So now therefore the frequency, okay, is now going to be, because we now know how long it takes for the wave to move this distance. So in 0.005 it was taking 0.625 seconds. Okay, so this is now the time, the period, okay. So this is the period, okay, which is t. This is the period, and this is the time that we are going to substitute and actually put where there is t there. So this is going to be 1 over 0.625. Now the frequency is 1.6. So the frequency now is 1.68. So this is the multiple choice question. So this is a multiple choice question. So you can see that on A we've got 0.2 and B 1.6, C 8.0, A or 16, and D 16.0. So now what you have just seen is how you can go about finding the frequency of the wave in such an instance. So waves are very very difficult to grasp if you just don't pay attention to the details, but you should actually be able to pay attention to the details, and this will help you, to avoid messing up the question, or rather the correct answer. And this is what you have just done. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and it's bye bye, and I'll see you in the next video.